That being said, this whole look was done with the Dinair ONE. Yes, we used it cordless, but we also used it plugged in to show you can use it both ways. And it works beautifully. It's super quick, super simple, and super easy, and I absolutely have been loving it. Alright, hello. So I'm going to go ahead and get into a really simple eye look today. I've been feeling kind of like pinks and deep reds. So I'm going to go ahead and do an eye look using a few shades here. I will go ahead and go through which shades they are as the tutorial goes on, of course. And for this look, I am going to go ahead and do it all with the Dinair ONE, of course, because you know, been using this bad boy. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is the deepest shade, and that is Marsala. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add a drop or two, probably 2 drops, just to make sure that I have enough. Nothing stalls up on me. I am using the JX2 Airbrush if you are curious, and I do have a review coming on this airbrush soon. So let's just go ahead and get into applying this to the transition crease area like so. A little bit below, more so in the crease, the natural fold of my eye. I'm just going to depth, taper it out just a little bit, and then drag it back down to the lash line. I want this end to be like nice and deep, and take it to deepen toward the inner corner, just like that. Okay, so now that I have that down, I'm just going to flush out my airbrush real quick, and then I'm going to go in with Bronze Rose in the transition area. Take a drop of that and just apply that just on top, sweeping it above like so to create a gradient. Keeping it above because I don't want to ruin the depth that I created on the natural crease, so I'm just keeping it like higher. And then going further in on the inner part of the eye. There we go. It's gonna be a real intense look. Okay, and then lower lash line. Okay, and then I'm just gonna like finish tapering it out, just kind of creating that like V shape. There we go, with a lighter shade for a nice blended look. The outer part of the eye, like so. Make sure it's even. Okay, flush out my brush one more time. Then I'm gonna be taking Vanity, the shade right here, Vanity. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that on the lid. Let's start with 1 drop. And just apply that on the lid here. Starting in the mid lid where I have nothing. And then I'm going to kind of blend it a little bit into the Marsala we laid down there. Like that. Okay, and then take it to the inner corner. This shade is like very iridescent, so it's like really pretty. I'll show you in the light with flash so that you could see how beautiful it is. It's really pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of that and apply it to the middle of the lower lash line, just for some dimension down there too. I'm glad I just used 1 drop because then it didn't get wasted because I only needed 1. I'm gonna flush out my airbrush, and then I'm gonna go in with Morganite, which is from the Crystal series from Dinair. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit more glitter to this look, and then just dust a little bit on the tear duct as well for some dimension. There we go. And I'm just going to start with the tear duct first. And I know it doesn't look like much when you're head on, but when the light hits it and when you start to move, you'll start to see those glitter particles. Layer it up there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add some just on the middle. And then take it up toward the brow. That shimmer going up. Pretty. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and flush out my airbrush, and then we'll work on the rest of the face. Okay, so you might hear some noise, my husband's home, so yep. So the next thing I'm gonna go into is foundation, and for foundation I'm going to be using the Dinair Radiance line in the shade Honey Beige. It's gonna add like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops, which is a lot more than I ever add on the day-to-day. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my foundation like so. Maybe like little adding extra to certain areas where I have a little bit more discoloration. I need some extra coverage, but for the most part it's going to be simple, just applying it all over the skin. So I'm just gonna go ahead and flush out my airbrush, and then I will be back. So I don't know if you can hear it, but the sound of it has reduced quite a bit. And so that is an indication that, of course, the battery is starting to dwindle away. I did forget to go ahead and charge it. It's been a long time since I charged it last, so I guess it just slipped my mind to charge it again, especially before I sat down to film, because it's just like routine, it's habit. So the good thing about the Dinair One is that you can use it while it's on the charger. So I'm gonna click it off. I'm gonna go ahead and get the charging cord, because I always keep it right here. I have another rechargeable unit here, so I usually keep the charging cords right here. So I have the charging cord here and the Dinair One. So to charge it, you just kind of plug it in there. And yes, this is what it sounds like when it's supposed to be at like optimal speed, optimal battery life. Sorry, there's a little bit left in there. But yeah, so as you can see, it sounds nice and strong. And you can still use the Dinair One when it's on the charger. So I really do appreciate that. I have another handheld model that you can't use while it's charging. And it's a little frustrating sometimes, because I do make those mistakes where I forget to charge it and things like that. So it's nice to have that option of being able to use it while it's on the charger, just in case you're in a pinch or in a bind and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and finish off the rest of this routine. So I have my foundation laid down like so. As you can see, this is 10 drops, which is crazy to me because this feels like so much. And when I first started using airbrush makeup up until maybe a couple of years ago, I was using like 12 to 14 drops, and like right now 10 drops just seems like so much, because I'm like so used to my Skin But Better routine, and I'm so used to wearing so little. And even then, even though it seems like it's so much, it definitely does not look like it's so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and get close enough so you can go ahead and see. And this is why I kind of like to have low light, because I want you to see exactly how it looks on the skin. And I know a lot of the time studio lights and cameras and all of that kind of stuff can kind of let's say falsify how it looks on the skin. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you an up close of what the skin actually looks like. It actually looks nice and soft and beautiful. You can tell that there might be a little touch of makeup on there, but definitely not to say like, oh my god, yeah, she's wearing foundation like crazy, she's got it caked on. Airbrush makeup, especially Dinair's airbrush makeup, it's really, really hard to cake on. You have to put a lot on the face to cake it on, and a lot really fast too. So I'm always surprised by people who like talk about how airbrush has such a natural finish, yet they cake it on, and it's like, dude, like you're taking away from the natural finish. Don't say that to people. Like, don't do that to people. Anyways, so let's go ahead and show you the up close. And so this is pretty much what my skin looks like up close. And as you can see, like, it just looks like skin. It looks like beautiful skin. It looks like I might have like maybe a BB cream or CC cream on there. But for the most part, it looks really, really pretty and like soft and natural. I still have some of my natural glow coming through underneath and through the makeup. Not underneath, but through the makeup. If you know the dynamics of airbrush makeup, you know it's through the makeup. Anyways, all that aside, it looks really beautiful and still looks really pretty and not like super caked on and super heavy. So yes, loving it. Is it more than what I wear normally? Absolutely, but it's an event day, you know, it's an event day. So let's go ahead and get into finishing the rest of this look. I have my Dinair ONE plugged in, of course, and we're just gonna go ahead and polish it off. So I'm gonna go in and contour using the Soft Glow line. This shade is Dark Almond. Take 2 drops of that, which is probably way too much, but it's already done. So I'm just gonna apply some to my ears and then take it around the edge of the face to the other ear and then to just under that cheekbone. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same. And there we go. Give me some definition but also blending at the same time. I'm gonna contour out the nose just a little bit, not too much, just enough, and then apply some to the chin, anywhere where I would naturally like kind of bronze up with sun exposure, you know, down the neck too, so that everything's nice and cohesive. As you can see, that was enough. I'm gonna go ahead and flush on my airbrush real quick before I move into the next shade, which is Desert Rose for my blush. Click it off. I don't have to click it off because it's plugged in, but I'm going to click it off just because I'm in the habit of doing that anyway. So I'm gonna add a drop of Desert Rose. I'm running out of this shade and it's my favorite shade, so I'm gonna have to get some more of it. It's my favorite blush shade. So I'll definitely have to place another order and just order my staples, you know. So now I'm gonna go ahead and apply blush, and I'm going to apply it to where I naturally have a flush, which is on the cheekbones. So this is definitely not avant-garde, it's more natural flush. Okay, make sure that it's being blended because we don't want to have like a block of like red flush. So I'm just gonna make sure I'm blending it. I kind of like to blend it up on the temple just a little bit, not too much, and then over the bridge of the nose. Yeah, just to give me like a little more of a natural, you know, I don't have to say it like 20 million times, even though I do say it like 20 million times. Okay, so I'm just gonna flush out the rest of that and then back up a little bit, flush the rest. And then I'm gonna go in with highlight, and to highlight I'm gonna be using That's Just Peachy, another one of my staples because it works for my skin tone. Of course, use whatever highlighter that works for you. And I just took 1 drop of that because I don't want to overdo it. You know, I already have a glow from my skin being dewy and the skincare that I did the night before. So I don't want to overdo it with a highlighter. I just want a little bit more of a glow in specific areas, like targeted areas. So I'm going to apply that to the top of my cheekbone here. Blend it up, just in a small C. Same on the other side. See, and it just gives like that targeted glow. I'm gonna apply it to the bridge of my nose, not too high because I don't want this to be like even more shiny than it is, but just down the bridge of my nose, just like right here, if you can see, right here. And then I'm gonna apply some to the Cupid's bow. There. And then just a little bit to the forehead and the rest of it on my neck. Okay, so now I'm going to flush out the airbrush real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and do liner. We're going to pop on mascara. I'm not going to do false lashes because I'm trying to grow out my lashes, so I'm avoiding lash glue right now, which is okay because like normally I don't really wear false lashes. And then we'll pick a lip color, and then that'll be it for this video. So let me go ahead and finish flushing this out. Alright, so now that my airbrush is flushed out, I did notice that there was a little missing shadow there. So I'm going to go ahead and take Marsala once again, and I'm going to go ahead and take a shadow shield, and I'm going to apply some color there just so that everything's like nice and cohesive. Staying nice and light because I don't want it to be too dense. I just want it to be like a nice little wash of color. I don't want there to be like this stark line. So So I'm just using the overspray. Spraying from the, spraying the stencil close to the edge so that I can just utilize the overspray. Okay, cool. Alright, so I'm going to spray that out, flush, and then go in with jet black for liner. I'm just going to take a drop because I'm going to do more of a natural liner. And I'm just going to go like so. Ooh, this eye always like goes crazy when I'm doing anything on this eye, which is crazy. Like you can see it, like look at it, like what the heck just happened. Okay, so I'm going to drop everything at my table. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to take a tissue and just kind of close my eyes on the tissue to sop up and soak up all of that moisture so it doesn't ruin my eye look. There we go. Cool. I just dropped a bunch of stuff, so let me clean it up real quick because it's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, so I filled in this one. I'm going to just touch it up just a little bit. See, nothing too crazy. Just a nice line just to define the lash line a little bit more. And then we're gonna do the other eye. Okay, touch it up just a little bit. Make sure my stencil is clean. I feel like there's a little gap in the front, so I'm gonna go ahead and just, there we go, much better. Okay, and then I'm gonna apply some to the outer corner of the lower lash line too, just for cohesion. There we go. And then other eye. Okay, that eye looks darker than the other one, so back, much better. Okay, so yes, we have cohesion now. So I'm gonna go ahead and flush out my airbrush as I continue to shove on. So we have mascara that I'm gonna go ahead and apply in a second. And then I'm also going to kind of blot the sides of my nose a little bit because it's a little bit shiny, a little bit more shiny than I would like. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I do to go ahead and do that. So to blot, I just take a tissue, I break the tissue in half, real old school, okay? Tissue in half, save that for later, and then I just fold it up, okay, and then I just press to the side. There we go. And it doesn't lift up any of the makeup, as you can see. It just takes up that oil. So it just takes up that oil. And I'll show you too, like I'll just kind of press it in and you'll see the change here. And then you see how this is like super shiny? I'll just press that thing just around the sides. There we go. And I'm gonna press it like right here because this is kind of driving me nuts how shiny that part is. Just right there in the front, middle of the forehead, just kind of press, and the chin. Just getting rid of any excess oils but not drying out my skin prior to putting the makeup on. I find that this for me is a lot better for my skin. I do have really oily skin, but if I try to strip my skin too much prior to putting the makeup on, my face will just get more oily and the makeup will fall apart. So I find that this works the best for me, just to kind of do my makeup and then get rid of any excess oil after the fact. And it doesn't interfere with the makeup because this makeup, the Dinair brand makeup, sets on contact. It doesn't set on contact, but it's like, that's, oh, it's hard to say, does it set on contact? Like, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room, but not too much. So it'll set down, unlike any other airbrush makeups that I've tried before. So it actually does set down on the skin, so you don't have to worry about swiping it away. As you can see, when I was doing my liner, I was laying my hand on my face. I still have all my makeup, no missing gaps, no missing spots. So this is one of the reasons why I really like this makeup, because it is a trait that is very unique to their formula. It actually does set down, and it sets down fairly quickly. So that is said and done. Now let's go ahead and get into applying some mascara. And as the mascara dries, we'll go ahead and apply some lip. Generous coat. I don't like spider lashes, so I'm gonna make sure to follow through, combing through the lashes. There's no cute way to apply mascara. I wish I knew of a cute way to do it that actually gets the job done, you know? I could always fake it, you know, do it and then afterwards just go, you know, just to make it look cute. But yeah, if you're really being honest, there's really no cute way to effectively apply mascara. On yourself, of course. So get this there. Okay, and then we're gonna put a little bit on the lower lashes, which is even worse of a look. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry down just a little bit while we work on the lips. So now for lip, what lip products should I wear today? I definitely want to wear gloss. Maybe not gloss because I'm gonna be eating a fair amount today. So I think I'll just go in with lip liner, and for that I'm going to be taking my favorite Milani Color Statement, I believe. It's so small now. But this is a shade 04 All Natural. And I just love it. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little touch of gloss, and this one is Almond Butter from Dose of Colors, just to the center. Not a lot, just a little. The tiniest amount, just to give my lips a little juice. All right, so this is the finished look. Very beautiful, soft, and romantic. Absolutely love how it came out. This is definitely a look that I would rock on a day-to-day or even for date night, special occasions, things like that. It's just soft, simple, and beautiful. Clearly, you could see there's not too much going on with the foundation or the makeup, even though it is considered glam for more natural makeup users like myself. It does not look cakey or heavy or anything like that. So I absolutely love how this look turned out. I absolutely love airbrush makeup, and one of the reasons why I love it so much is because you can layer on a decent amount of it to make you feel just so beautiful and confident, yet it won't look cakey, thick, or heavy. Of course, if you do it right. If you do it in light layers and you focus on targeting and things like that, and then you add that wash at the end, you'll get a very beautiful result that doesn't look cakey, that's super light on the skin, that still allows your skin to breathe. So, of course, you guys all know by now that Dinair is my favorite brand of airbrush makeup, hence everything I used in this video is Dinair airbrush makeup. It's just because their makeup works and it sets down. I don't know how to explain it to you. I love their products. Like, I've tried so many other brands and formulas of airbrush makeup, and a lot of those are very, for me, reminiscent of traditional makeup. And I personally am not really a fan of using traditional makeup as like foundation or on the skin. I'm not so much against it using it on as like eyeshadow and stuff like that. It doesn't bother me. But like complexion and stuff, I'm just not a big fan of the look and feel and finish that I get using traditional foundation. And a lot of airbrush makeup lines, I feel like when I put them on, it kind of reminds me of the way I feel about traditional makeup, traditional foundation. Even though I can get it nice and light with an airbrush, it's still, it looks made up. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. The reason why I like Dinair airbrush makeup is, to me, it just doesn't look so made up. It just looks soft and beautiful, and I love it. It works for me. So that being said, this whole look was done with the Dinair ONE. Yes, we used it cordless, but we also used it plugged in to show you can use it both ways. And it works beautifully. It's super quick, super simple, and super easy, and I absolutely have been loving it. So yeah, that's about it. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did find this video inspiring or entertaining, please give it a big thumbs up. It helps me out a ton. Sharing this video also helps me out. So if you do have the platform for it, please go ahead and share this video for me. I would appreciate it so much. And as always, remember to subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you are subscribed, or if you choose to subscribe today and you want to go ahead and get notifications when I post new videos and things like that, make sure to hit the bell icon right next to the subscribe button and turn on your notifications, and you will be notified anytime I upload a video. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I do post a lot of inspirational, technical, and all of that good stuff revolving around airbrush makeup on those platforms as well. I'm also on Facebook. The tag is IHEARTAIRBRUSH. It's IHEARTAIRBRUSH across the board. So if you search IHEARTAIRBRUSH, there's a good chance it's going to direct you straight to me and what I'm doing in all my airbrush ventures. So thank you so much again for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye!